Hi, this is Bobby Klein. I'm the translator and the interpreter of the I Ching. This is a New Earth I Ching, easy to understand, easy to put to use. It's an oracle, 3,000 years of wisdom wrapped up in this. So sit back, take a breath. If you've got a question in your mind, ask it. If not, just hang in and you'll get some answers. And that's what this is all about. The I Ching, they say, is the book of change, and it is, but it's also the book of answers. All right. Tune in. Drop in. You're home. Yeah. Well, sit back. We're coming to this week's section of the I Ching. The haiku this week says, harsh winds are blowing snow and drifts are blocking my front door. Or is it my mind? Yeah, sometimes hard to tell the difference, huh? This week, it's a powerful reading. A great way to listen to the I Ching and read it is if you have a question. You know, we consult the I Ching. It's an oracle, so we go and we consult it. And we ask questions about our life, about our work, about what's going on in our mind, just anything. We can ask the question, and then the I Ching and its wonderful magic will open up the doorway, and we'll be there. So take a second, put a question in your mind. All right. This week we came up with number 63, Gigi, already crossing. The wisdom of this one is you are approaching a great crossing, a point in your life where you're looking good. Time for humility, because that's what freedom is. You got it? You know, you're now approaching a new and favorable cycle where diligence is going to show up on the positive side of the ledger. You're crossing. It's an exciting time, for it's from here that you can see across to the other shore. You see what's waiting for you. That's what you've been working for. That's what you dreamed and kept in your heart. It's in view. You can feel it. It's good. The knowing of your progress is in place as you are. The challenge is not to let your ego push you too fast or too far in these delicate moments before realizing your goals in love and business and emotion and spirit. In the early I Ching, the I Ching, there's a parable, a story. And all of you who listen to me, you know I love stories. And this is a story that's simple, but it's a cautionary tale. Once upon a time, open your ears. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful river that was starting to freeze. And the edge of the river was a very wise old fox. Now, he was waiting for the river to, firm up so he could cross, because he'd been hunting, doing a lot of stuff. But back on the other side was his den, and his litter of kids is over there. And that's where they'd play, and that's where great food was, and that was where the tribe was. And he waited, very patient. He was in meditation. And he was waiting, doing his stretches. Downward wolf he was doing, getting himself stretched out. And just as he's, feeling good, up bounding next to him comes this little young fox. It's kind of like a hipster fox. He says, hey, let's cross the river. It's time. It's over there. That's where it all is, man. Come on, we got to go over there. That's where play is and fun and food. And that's, let's go. And old fox just doesn't say anything. He listens. He stays. And the young fox gets frustrated. Come on, what's wrong with you, old fox? Come on, come with me. I'm going to go. And old fox just kind of shakes his head. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Well, young Fox was brash, and he said, I'm going. And he did well. He went out there, and the river was pretty good. He got about halfway, but then the ice cracked, and he fell in. Boom! And he got wet, and he got cold, and he barely had the strength to come back to the shore where old Fox was. Old Fox wasn't laughing at him, but he knew what was what. So the young Fox had to stay there until he dried off, and then he had to start again. So we know we got to take our time. We got to pay attention. You know, a lot of stuff waits for us. Your destiny could be on the other side, but use caution. Look at the teaching of the old Fox. He didn't say much. Right now, you've been planning. You've had angst for sure, sleepless nights. What's it been about? It's been about preparation. You know, you're getting ready for something. And what you're getting ready for is a new cycle because you're well positioned. You know, you really have so many ways. You've got the inner light of wisdom that is taking you there. As you complete a cycle, there's a new one unfolding to get ready. So be alert. It's in the natural order of things that things are born, grow, mature. You work with it, you finish the cycle, and it goes, it dies, turning into rich compost for the next cycle. That we could say is just across the river. There's not a time for arrogance, not a time for complacency about what you've done in the past. I mean, that's great, man. You know, you have done well, but don't brag. Be humble and look closely. And look at the lessons that you were shown during the difficult passage, during the time of suffering, right? Because we do go through suffering in our life. And we must make an agreement, make a relationship with that, because that's part of it. Integrate all that into your life, because it's wisdom. And this wisdom will radiate as your light. If you proceed in this manner with humility, you'll remain strong and resistant to decay, and your light will shine as the sun at midday. You've got order in your life, and now you know you got a rite of passage that you're waiting for on your quest to higher consciousness, to love, to abundance. And look, you can have it all, but it's imperative that you remain calm. Be centered. Find stillness in each day as you do your work and balance your hard work with rest and fun and celebration and gratitude. Gratitude for how far you've come. During the difficult time to get here, you learned and used some tools that allowed you to stay on the mark. Remember them. It could have been your meditation, your walking, your gardening, your dancing, your prayers, whatever it was, stay with it. You know, we humans, we tend to achieve our goals and forget how we got there, who helped us get there, letting go of our focus and our discipline. This is where your ego would like to take hold and get you off your mark. You just can't let it, because it's time to remain diligent to what is right for you and right for the greater good. You didn't get here on your own. Remember that we all have invisible helpers, angels, if you will, guides who are with us at all times. All we need to do is show our humility for this kind of support by surrendering to it in gratitude and love. In this way, it will remain active throughout your journey on the road less traveled. Life patterns are here. Pay attention. This is the time to be diligent about paying attention. Take an inventory. Where's your knowledge? Where's your abundance? What do you got? And then with a still mind and a heart filled with gratefulness and compassion, recognize that you are going to be forever changed, and you're now able to accomplish your dreams and desires. That's what the preparation was about, you see. Life is cycles, you know. Whether we're ready for them or not, these life cycles have their own time, their own agenda. You know, just as summer doesn't wait for spring, so it is in our cyclic nature, and we're in the new cycle now. It is in the nature of completion that there tends to be a minute area where decay can begin to form, and this hexagram creates a caveat telling us that we must be constantly vigilant so we don't repeat old patterns, old thought forms, or activities, things that would cause the decay to take root. If you fall back into your old patterns, it's, you know, the fallout is going to go into your next cycle. And there you go. You're going to have to go back to the beginning and start again. It's not so pleasant to do that. That's heartache. It could cause illness. So now we handle the transition with attention, with love, with humility. And the coming round will be toward even more authenticity in you and your work, your relationships, your well-being. Be in this magnificence of gratitude. Wear it like a magical cape that moves you forward and protects you. It's your love, and now you let yourself be loved. Hard sometimes to let love in because we're afraid. Afraid we're going to get hurt again, or I can't go too deep. I don't trust it, but you gotta, I mean, might you get hurt again? You might. But the chances are you're going to open up to love, and love is going to find you, And lots of times we just kind of blow off social situations or people. But we got to really be grateful for who we are, be in gratitude, and then open the doorway to what comes. Be in the power of yes. And take a moment right now. Bless the day that you've been given today as you read this, as you hear this. Be grateful for all that you have. Be grateful for your body, your mind, your consciousness, this wonderful companion that's always with us. And dance and sing and open yourself up to listening and loving and learning. And that's what this time's about. Have a blessed week. I send you all the love I could possibly muster down here at the 20th parallel. Be happy, be cozy. Trust yourself. Chop the wood, carry the water. There's nothing better than work. Gotta work. So remember that as we come into this time that we're opening these doorways. Mayan phrase here that we hear as a greeting, hello and goodbye, and it's in Lakesh Alakin. I am the other you. And I like it that way. Yes, I do. Namaste, y'all. Blessings, goddesses, blessing, men, be in your strength. Love the one you're with. Namaste, y'all. I'll give you a heads up. We're getting a little more information that I've mentioned before, but in May 16th to the 21st, at Esalen, I'm happy to say, I'm doing a workshop. I'm doing a week called Archaeology of the Soul. We're going to go in. We're going to get things understood and straighten some stuff out and be together as a tribe. So, if you get this, you'll be getting the information, but maybe you got to mark those dates off. Wouldn't it be great if so many of us gathered there and we could meet each other? I hope so. Namaste, everybody.